Hey guys, welcome back. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Dana Madonsela. I'm the founder of Small Business Runway. Yes, and just like that, we are back with another video. This particular video is just like a short motivational video. I'm trying to kind of incorporate, my whole mentoring, my whole what can I say? Just things that or events that I also get invited to. As a business owner, I basically get invited to MC some events, ranging from your webinars, book launches, and even just like events, even graduation ceremonies, things like that. So I actually just come off a webinar right now, which I thought was so amazing. I mean, it was organized by an amazing lady called Sandra, as well as Colleen. Shout out to you ladies, you've done an absolutely amazing job with this webinar. It was their first webinar, and they basically call it like a SoulFood Webinar, which is absolutely up my alley. I absolutely enjoyed just being their guest speaker. So I thought, let me just come on here and do some reflections on some of the questions that I got asked. They asked me quite a number of questions, but there were three particular questions that I felt, wow, these are so, they just basically forced me to reflect on my journey of just being in business and things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and read the question and then basically give you my answer, which I think so many more people need to hear it. It was a paid for webinar, so I think this message needs to be kind of spread out even to the people on my platform, so people actually know what my kind of thinking or my answers would be to these questions. Okay, so the first question is, what is my drive? What is that turning point in my life that made me literally decide that I'm going to go ahead and just push my business? And so that's the first question. The answer to that is, I've had a lot of things motivate me. I have a lot of things that kind of drive me to do what I'm doing on a daily basis, right? Of course, if you're running a business, you are adding value, but what is it that makes you as the business owner want to pursue, that business that, kind of the business that you're in, right? And for me, I think really, in my journey of registering businesses before, I've registered businesses, I tried to start businesses before, and all along I was moved from pillar to post. I used to go to different business consultants, different accountants, and literally just different people to try and gather the information that I needed for my business. And I think you can imagine, as you go around, there are a lot of people firstly that you go to for different reasons. So one will deal with the funding part, one will help you with your websites and your marketing. Somebody else will then help you maybe put together like your business plan. Somebody else is helping you maybe put together a presentation or a proposal. So everywhere where I went, I just found myself just spending money. And at that point in my business, I hadn't actually gotten real clients or even started making sales in the business. So it was quite challenging. It was like, I'm spending so much money and I'm going to all these different people and I'm not seeing kind of like the returns. So they're not translating to the bottom line. And I literally obviously was frustrated at that point. So I literally was like, no ways. There has to be, somewhere where entrepreneurs, young people, business owners, especially in the startup phases, can actually just go and get the information that they need, right? I mean, it sounds simple enough. And there's this notion that people want to always say, oh, Google is your best friend, YouTube is your best friend. Of course it is. However, I found in my personal journey that there isn't like a hub, a one-stop shop that's somebody can just go there and they would get all the the things that they need to build their startup, the systems, things that can help you automate your business, kind of somebody that can help you with the sales funnel, digital marketing, somebody that can help you pitch for funding, all those kinds of things. And that's how the Small Business Runway movement was formed to say, okay, there has to be a place where people can go and get help for their business at once, right? Without having to spend so much money. So that's how I basically started the business. And I think for me, that's exactly my drive to say, okay, if I was frustrated, I had the access to internet, I had those little resources where I can go and pay a business consultant to do my business plan. I can go and pay somebody to do my website. I can go and consult with somebody, to find out how I can get access to funding. Surely there's somebody else out there who has a similar problem or is going through something similar. So I think that is my drive to say, absolutely, there needs to be a place where entrepreneurs can go to and they can basically get most, if not all, of the help that they need to start and grow their business. So that is my personal drive. And the second question I got asked was, how do you deal with your competitors, the good competitors and the bad competitors? Now, I don't want this video to be some kind of like woo-woo stuff, like, out of touch, of course, every single business, every single, personal brand, everybody is going to have competitors. That's pretty normal. I think we understand that part. But I think my answer to that particular question was that I see my competitors, I know some of my competitors. Some of them we even have in the past had a personal relationship or, whatever the case may be. I see them in a sense that I see them and I know that they exist and they're there. However, for me, it's not about them, because trust me, even if we can all be in the same industry, in the same sector, in the same space, doing similar things, there is absolutely no one that can execute better than I do. There's absolutely no one that can execute the way I do. No one is me. So I am pretty sure it doesn't matter what boardroom they pitch in. It doesn't matter, which clients they try to get. It doesn't matter what their particular messaging or positioning is in our industry. There is absolutely nobody that can execute the way that I do. And so for me, that is what is my, a unique selling point. And the fact that I'm pretty confident in the value and in the impact that the work that I do has in the community that I serve. And so I'm not worried about competitors. I'm not, even obsessing about them. I'm aware, but I'm definitely not somebody who's just like intimidated or has some kind of fear or is worried about, will my business flourish? Because, honey, you hear me say that a lot because, anyway, that's how I talk. Even to, obviously people that are close to me. So, that's basically how I look at this whole competitor thing. The third question that I want to kind of answer and reflect on that was asked in that SoulFood webinar is, they asked me, what do I want to be remembered as? And to be honest with you, I hadn't really reflected on this question deeply before. I kind of was taken aback and I literally had to just speak from my heart. And the answer that I gave there literally was, I want to be remembered as somebody who cared. I mean, in a world where we are surrounded by, people who tell you, stay in your own lane, slay in your own lane, do your own thing, take care of your business, take care of your family, take care of yourself, I want to be remembered as somebody who actually cared about other people, cared about other people's personal business, cared about other people's business, and somebody who cared enough to can actually offer their help. It might sound corny to some people. It might sound like, oh, whatever, why would you even care about other people? But for me personally, I think this is exactly what I want to be remembered as. I want every single interaction that I have with somebody to be very personalized, to be very unique, to be very kind of open and honest. I'm here to build genuine relationships. And so that's really, I think, what's important for me, is to serve. It's to care about people. It's to ask the questions that, people, don't really care to ask. So, guys, go ahead and comment below, of course, what you think. What are some of your answers? How would you answer some of these questions that I answered? What do you want to be remembered as? Just go ahead and tell me what you think. Like the video, share it. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button. There is going to be so much more content coming up, including a podcast. Yes, I keep saying this, and I know maybe you're wondering by now, like, okay, when is this podcast coming? It really is coming. It's going to be an interesting one. It's going to be soulful. I want to do things properly, I don't want to just, do things haphazardly. I've got most of my podcast equipment already. I think you would have seen in my previous videos that I did basically unbox, microphones, a pod track, things like that, lighting, all those things. So I am kind of ready, but I just want to curate it in such a way that's actually going to be very positive and it's going to be fruitful for everyone that's going to watch as well. So thank you so much, guys. Follow me also on my personal page. I am at Cherry. I'll put the link down here below so that you can go ahead and follow me on my social media handles as well, Facebook, Instagram, what have you. Alrighty, thank you so much for watching, guys. Show me some love. Cheers.